Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Morning Trap for February 9th, 2021. I am your DJ and co-host, James Bubba Williams, better known as DJ Exclusive, here to ride y'all on out until the show gets started. Y'all, welcome to The Morning Trap. Y'all stand by. It's about to go down.
She do gymnastics. She don't never curve me. She don't never act sick. She don't never go away. I ain't never asked you. In a Kardashian, like a Kardashian. In a Kardashian. I'm to everything. I feel like ain't no hope around me. Black designer shit, smoking around me. Looking for that diamond in the rough. You done found me. Trying to keep my head on straight so they can crown me. Ay, black on ice, PK Subban. Whole team moving, facts on life. We ain't losing, we ain't losing. Barricade, run through it. Barry Payne, keep zooming. Everything happened for a reason. Don't you be the reason that we lose it. She do gymnastics. She don't never curve me. She don't never act sick. She don't never go away.
He is, ain't he?
I ain't never asked you. In a Kardashian, like a Kardashian. In a Kardashian. I go bang. Line them up. Bring the gang. Line go jump. Line go bang. Line them up. Bring the gang. Bring the gang. Yeah. You do the least while I do the most. Put up Louis 13. And let's do it.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I see y'all all in the chat room already. Y'all come on in, get situated, get settled. Make sure you grab your tea, your coffee, whatever it is you need to get your day started, y'all. Good morning, y'all. I see y'all in the chat room.
Better stand up when they're walking. Only respect when you talking. Dior Nike rocking. Don't let them caution knocking. Better stand up when they're walking. Only respect that you talking. Dior Nike rocking. Don't let them caution knocking.
My hoes at the minimum, but your girl I take her to cinema. I'm taking your girl, she Dominica, and you look at me like a criminal.
Good morning, all my icons. I see y'all. Stitchy and Stiletto Gamer, I see you. Make sure that y'all hit that like button if you already joining us this morning. Make sure that you go ahead and hit that like button, share, subscribe, and comment so you always know when the morning trap is going down, y'all. Let's go.
You go shopping, you can't get that or that. You keep it in me, just cause I want it.
Yeah, better believe it. Better believe it. Better believe it.
Mama Bina 8, good morning.
Better believe it. Better believe it. Better believe it. Yeah. Better believe it. I'm back with the genius and making agreements. We want it all. My standard procedure, declare and decree it. I mean it. You better believe it. Sun like butter, I spread out the bread in the bucket. I swish and I kiss Lady Luck like I love her. Ain't humble. I'm bringing the rain and the thunder. You ain't taking no risk. You ain't finna win like this. I shoot, don't miss. Coupe ain't got no tints. 9 times out of 10, I'm winning. 10 times out of 10, I'm in it. Time's up for your small opinion. 10 times 100K, million. Yeah, you better believe it. Better believe it. Better believe it. Yeah.
Good morning, Anna, all the way from Washington State. We see you. Welcome to the Morning Trap.
Better believe it. Yeah. Better believe it, I'm back with the genius and making agreements. We want it all, my standard procedure, declare and decree it. I mean it, you better believe it. Came with the fire like Phoenix, standard attire, designer demeanor. Serena, I'm serving, I'm working, I'm hurting the haters, inspired the dreamers. You ain't taking no risk, you ain't finna win like this. I shoot, don't miss. Coupe ain't got no tints. Coupe ain't got no tints. See through all that shit. I don't pay to play, like a scholarship. Yeah, you better believe it. Better believe it.
Good morning, Leanne. Good morning, Philip, Sophia. I see y'all. Good morning, everybody.
Better believe it. Better believe it. Better believe it. Yeah.
You wear a hat, they call dad. Me, I'm the dad in a hat. You just like clubbing and clothes. Me, I like afternoon naps. 3, I be missed for the road. My oldest like counting racks. My middle one, she's in a
Chili Dragon, what's going on?
The mama
Wow,
loves me and
from
I love her, so
Scotland,
she
man,
wants
I
something to
always
snap
want to
on
be
my
out there.
3 little ladies, my babies, and one on the way. Now I'm stressing.
Y'all come on in, get situated, get settled. We'll be starting the show momentarily, y'all. It's the morning trap. Y'all are rocking with your boy DJ Exclusive.
4 to 5 nights on the road, counting days till I'm home. I could do show after show, but nothing is better than home. Driving through nights I'm alone, counting days till I'm home. I've been on road, I'm on go, but nothing is better than home. Clicking my heels like I'm Dorothy. I need new hobbies, it's boring me. Play all my kids and it's water me. I see new losses, I'm ordering. I just bought socks and stocks. I feel on top to top. Shipping a pop by pop. Still young in my 20s, I celebrate. This one for the dads, let me dedicate. Head of the house like the head of state. Bring home the cash in the dinner place. I go, I zoom, accelerate. I cannot be bought, it's on bargain rate. I got on my back and my body weight. I stay in the crib like a quarantine. I stay in the crib and I isolate. Making my way, watch it demonstrate. I ain't no special, my tidal wave. I came to win, I ain't gonna play. At my own pace and I'm never late. See this rap thing is still new to me. Might only do this for like 2 or 3. I'll be down as long as it's true to me. Got records on records that's new to you, but none of these records is new to me. I used to skip class, now I'm tutoring. I was just a team with a GED. On paper was worth like a couple G's. That hustle and work, nothing new to me. Look back now, I'm worth like an Amazon. Never underestimate G.O.D.
Shout out Chuck Diesel, I see you, sir. Good morning.
That's me. D.D. 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 that's.
Andy, good morning. We see y'all. Good morning to everyone that's joining us so far. Make sure that you hit that like button while you're waiting for the show to start, y'all. It's the morning trap.
I'm the boss of the boss cause I sign the checks. Got the new Balenciagas, then I step on next. Get you a girl that can do both. Set up the meaning, the sex on the table. Able to get the job done. Giuseppe while I hold my son. Got booty that's on Houston. Whitney, everything in one. I will never go to jail when I spit these bars. Cause I'm a real G, I'ma take that charge. Only real charge that I know is black cars. Money long up to Mars. Fridays I'm pulling out. Little ratchet, just for now. Hands up, ladies, throw your hands up. 100 bands up, we don't take no days off. Then I drop it down.
DJ, good morning.
Down with it. Drop it to the ground with it, ground with it. Hands up, ladies, throw your hands up. Throw them bands up and don't ask what's in the cup while I bring it downtown with it, down with it. Drop it to the ground with it, ground with it. Oh, 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 oh. Pull up in the Phantom, but the gang don't need the bandana. Got my girls, I'm a winner, and we slay, don't need the damn center. Raise your hand if you're a winner. That was cute, but I could buy my own dinner.
Many doctors, good morning.
Start working the sprinter.
Yeah, walk up in the room, you see me coming. See my body, right, my body tight, don't you be frightened. Made up my mind, I'm gonna do it right. I'm feeling so nice, better treat me right. Cause if you don't, I'm gonna be in the club just jumping. I ain't no average chick, don't hesitate, just take your pick. Everything I do is great, I put in work for it. Jump in my coupe, I just go. Know you be feeling my flow. Please stop playing games if you don't want me to walk out the door. Stack my money, right?
Will, you know I do what I can.
See me doing fine, yeah.
Y'all come on in, get situated, get settled. We're gonna get started here momentarily. Make sure that you get your coffee, your tea, your drink, whatever it is you need. It's the one to trap, y'all.
Be playing games. Why you playing games? Playing around with me, acting like we are the same. Be playing games. Why you playing
Sid
games?
Loretta,
I'm a
you
real
love music.
boss chick,
Yes, she
and I
does. Sound like
ain't
Rico
lame. I
Nasty.
put 'em on pause. I 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 just look at my phone every time I see you calling. Spending all of my time with myself, and yes, I'm falling. Can't get through no more. Oh no, now you gotta go. Boy, ain't no talking no more. You won't be stopping my show. I'm sick of your games, tired of your lies. Boy, you be trying me all of the time. Access is not granted to me so easily. Give me some space, cause you really are killing me. Vet in the game, switching lanes. Never switch sides and I never change. None about a day, everybody is the same. Boy, please stop calling my name. Stack my money, Friday.
Good morning, everyone. Make sure that you are coming on in and getting situated, getting settled. Make sure that you're hitting that like button while you're waiting for the show to get started, y'all. We're going to get started here momentarily, y'all. It's the Morning Trap. I am your DJ and co-host, James Bubba Williams, better known as DJ Exclusive, y'all. We're going to get this thing started real soon, so make sure that you stay tuned.
I'm a real
It's the Morning Trap.
I put him on pause. 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 Toda. Yeah, it's Toda. It's Toda. No more games.
Bet on myself and I proved it. I know the industry ruthless. I'm really a threat, a nuisance. The Chevy a drop it, it's ruthless. Think I'm the one and I proved it. I know the industry foolish.
Good morning, everyone. I see y'all, Angry Panda. Right church, wrong pew. Good morning.
Making it pop or being a flop. I'm in the huddle, created a hustle. When I'm at the bottom, you see me a lot. I know the industry scheming a lot. Been in the flop and I'm seeing the plot. It feel like summer again when I drop. Call up the label, say give me a lot. My life a movie like Steven Seagal. Regular scheming, I leave it to y'all. I gotta hide when we in the mall. The bigger you are, the harder you fall. And signing no paper if I ain't the one that created it. Bigger the father you mean. I be the type to figure it out and figure a route to eat with the team.
Bet on myself and I proved it. I know the industry ruthless. I'm really a threat, a nuisance. The Chevy a drop it, it's ruthless. Think I'm the one and I proved it. I know the industry foolish. Think you were seeing the movies. It really ain't something I cool.
Look at my hustle, I'm right on the bubble. I'm making it big and staying at home. Pay me an equity, please. The money you offer don't never do shit when it's gone. I did the stairs, Sylvester Stallone. Walk in the booth like honey, I'm home. I leveled up, they think I'm a clone. Just shot the video, crashed the drone. My life a movie like Jaden and Will. And this shit directed by Jordan Peele. I said I'm the boy for real. The boy gon' run this scheme to a meal. Big ain't signing no paper if I ain't the one that created it. Boy for real. I be the type to figure it out and figure a route to eat with my team.
Bet on myself and I proved it. I know the industry ruthless. I'm really a threat, a nuisance. The Chevy a drop it, it's ruthless. Think I'm the one and I proved it. I know the industry foolish. Think you were seeing the movies. It really ain't dropped out of cooling.
Good morning, everyone. Make sure that you are getting situated, getting settled. We're going to get started here momentarily, y'all.
I'm flying away in spiral. You would've thought it's a typo. Taking a gamble, I know. I'm flying away in spiral. They heard of me in no bio. I'm fire for real, like spiral. Just look at these wings of spiral. I'm flying away in spiral. I'm fire for real, just look at the time we on. Do better with having a bit. I did not have nobody in the industry. I had to package and hustle and flip. I had to wait for a lane. My colors just told me that lane did never exist. You better make you a lane and limit it just to be sure that you rock with the click. I'm flying away like a spiral. You acting like Michael Shapiro. Different colors like Pico de Gallo. Been running this click like a Mayo. Why I feel like I'm one of the hardest. T-Tap ain't no regular artist. I don't walk in no regular parties. They just figured a nigga Martian. Boy, we started this shit from our auction. Boy, we look like we running an option. Anybody can score and we poppin'. Post none of this gold, I be copping. Do numbers and style to crossfire. But you chasing the hustle like Quagmire. I chasing money, want dead guys. Then I get up.
Angela, good morning, ma'am. I appreciate the love.
Thought it's a typo. Taking a gamble, I know. I'm flying away in spiral. They heard of me in no bio. I'm fire for real, like spiral. Just look at these wings of spiral. I'm flying away in spiral. Every time I drop, say it's a fire in the sky. It's like a spear bomb. Everybody put a hand in the sky. I don't wanna see and see, but I gotta take this chance at that. I don't want advances hard. I'll write about mansions. Insomniac, hoodie and sandals. Boys ain't taking no gambles. I got the city in shambles. I just developed this.
Purple Rain Hearts, I appreciate that.
I wrote this hook in Atlanta. Young Iverson, boy, I'm the answer. Might do a record with Sanford. Just look at me paint my stanza. Had Bugle Boy all in my hamper. Trace how much you pay for the sample. I could give you rhetorical answers. You ain't bad, but you rap, you get canceled.
Anthony Prelow, whatever your name is. Yes, sir. I sure the hell do. And you like it every morning. Hey. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, share, comment, and subscribe, y'all.
I'm fire for real, like spiral. Just look at these wings of spiral. I'm flying away in spiral.
Life is what you make it. I feel like amazing. I can't see a way out. I be been stacking face down off canvases I painted. I just spent the rain day on drip I can't afford, but that's the price I pay for the memories I'm making. I've been going places, I've been shaking hands for a chance to really make it. This life is so abrasive, so I almost gave it. All this that I'm laying, it's only the foundation. I've been going crazy.
Nabil, I appreciate that. Oh, thank you. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. We're gonna get started here momentarily, y'all.
I've been breaking rules. I've been making moves with everything to prove. Now it's going on.
Yolanda, good morning.
But it's stuck in my head. I can't seem to get away from it. I went out of my way. I'm trying to feel the air again. I've lost somewhere in my head. I've been out here all on my own, holding tight to the pledge. I'm somewhere near the edge of wishing we never met. I'm scared of being without you, afraid no one ever know me. I'm out near the edge, and I can't get inside of my head yet. Looking like I'm unbecoming, it's all I ever wanted. Never like me when you sober, only like you when I'm lonely. Got me looking in the mirror for the self-diagnosis. Feel like living honest me, for they ever get to know me. They tell me that you need me, yeah, I can didn't show me. Now that you play the angels, I'm seeing three motives. Lay down on my shoulder, find a way to hold it. I can't keep my focus, better keep
the tea, good morning.
Chilling at the crib, but I think I'm about to step outside. Calling on my friends, thinking what I wanna do tonight. I just wanna be somewhere I wanna.
Chili Dragon, I appreciate that. Shout out to everybody that's joining this morning. I see y'all. Make sure that y'all hit that like button. Truth teller, good morning, so what it do? Alicia, love you too. I appreciate the love, y'all. And y'all make an old man feel good.
Sweet like sugar. Down south, shorty, she a look. From the dirty, let us cook. It's a bag, gotta book it. See the pigs, better book it. I ain't looking stupid on the late night, no. I used to get grounded, now I take flight, whoa. Sharks in the water like a great white. Candy paint, what you think? Take it to the bank. Pulling rank, pouring drink, filling up the tank. Candy paint, what you think? Take it to the bank. Pulling rank, pouring drink, filling up the tank. Sweet like Zach and Cody, holy moly. I been had the ranch, now I need the rollie. Been dressing, been impressing. Put up on that, she look rich, she just so fake, so I can see through. She pull up in that top, that's a see-through. Hit it once again, that's a sequel. I don't want no friends, I want to see no.
Peter Low Frequency, I appreciate that.
Candy paint, what you think? Take it to the bank. Pulling rank, pouring drink, filling up the tank. Candy paint, what you think? Take it to the bank.
Tony H, I wish, no, I don't wish I was a millennial. No, I don't. But Tony H, I appreciate it. I just know all this music, that's all that is.
Calling me, no money calling me.
Shout out to my nieces and my nephew that's tuning in. Tajay, Todd, Tavares, and my sister Tamika. And I know my mom and daddy watching as well too. And you know what? My sweet baby Maya, I know she watching as well. Hey Maya.
Get it paid, what you think? Take it to the bank. Pulling rank, pulling drink, filling up the town.
The sunset on the PCH is a little different. The sunset on the PCH is a little different. The sunset on the
Make sure that y'all hit that like button. Hit the like button. Make sure that you comment and subscribe as well too, so you always know when the morning trap is going down, y'all.
Buying into the delusion, no one's fault but mine. Overdraft in the dream, thought I was out my mind. No nepotism here, these slave ties. Blood diamonds round my neck, don't let the shame die.
Leanne B, I got you. Van Halen is coming up next, okay?
The whole brave. Now we could care less about your post game. The most efficient, it don't look fly.
Brenda Johnson, mega hugs to you too. Hugs to everybody.
Everywhere the prayers came. Sanctified and we all are just entertainers. I doubled up on my major.
Thank you, I love y'all.
We major, they never did me no favors. Flying standby for a savior. Been on this frequency since Sega. Make this look like a layup. So pay ups the affirmation that I sing. Don't cry for me. Clear as day, no rest until we're free. Just let that ring. The sunset on the PCH is a little different. The sunset on the PCH is a little different.
Mark S, I appreciate the love. Good morning.
The sunset on the PCH is a little different. The sunset on the PCH is a little different. If I made time to give you context,
Ursula Baptiste, I appreciate that.
You digest, still a ways to go. Doing my best, learning on the run. No sleep till the work is done. Insomniac, inherit nightmares with more to come. You're not the only one with dreams to make it in this town. Keep the love, give me your faith, lift me up and hold me down. Method to the madness, Chad Butler will be proud. Underground emperor, you boys throw in the towel.
This is the space age, bomb, high tech, phone. Space age, bomb, high tech, phone.
Richard Wilson, good morning, sir. I appreciate that. Good morning to you, sir. Make sure that y'all come on in and hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button.
Let's saddle up. I need to charge into Battlestar Galactica. Spit a lot of bits, but believe I back the data. Tell me if you had enough, but I still won't quit. I take off on some space age.
Gina 321, good morning, I see you.
The atmosphere around the universe, we're not just rapping here. What I recite, well, it was made for flight, and it moves at the speed of laser light. It happens every time that I raise a mic. Stand in front of the stage and see what the rays are like. When the saber sway, it turns night to day. Not only do I show the path, but I light the way. Quantum computations, calculated and rhyming combinations take you light years away from what the radio play on their radio shows, but they really don't know. So I came to expose what lies on the other side of the wormhole. They can't conceive it, moving at the speed of light. They just don't believe it until we make them see the light. They can't conceive it, moving at the speed of light. They just don't believe it until we make them see the light. Shake the bass cabinet, work the space fact, distort the magnetic field, shift the earth axis. If you turn it up too loud, cause it's not from your planet. The way these beats bang, they liquefy granite. Lift the Titanic from the bottom of the sea with the vibrations from the bottom of the beat. What you're about to see, no earthling has witnessed. A chosen few have been selected to get this space age high tech.
All right, well, welcome to the camera, on the stage, on the hit your face, whatever it is. We got Rebecca and Ben that's joining us on the screen right now.
Hey.
What up, family?
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Rebecca, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm trying to get this piece of gel to just lay on that side, but I am doing good. How are you guys doing?
Girl, you ain't put no Gorilla Glue in there?
No, not. It's giving Gorilla Glue right now, though. It definitely is.
No, you know, please don't mix Gorilla Glue with what's the name of it? It's what's the whatever
was
she thought
Gorilla
it was.
Glue?
Gorilla Snot or something. She thought it was
Gorilla Snot.
Yeah, don't Gorilla. Yeah.
It's a hot mess. Welcome, everybody. I hope you're having a great morning as we get ready to talk news and politics and shenanigans. Rebecca, how you doing this morning?
I am doing utterly. I'm so tired. Because I know I always got a story. So last night, you know those dreams that you have where you feel like, Haitians will say like you being attacked by an evil spirit. But like it's like you feel like somebody is like on top of you when you sleep on your back. My God!
What's that? There's a lot of different names for it. I think it's like a witch sitting on your chest. Nice. There's all kind of names.
Sleep paralysis, something like that.
Sleep paralysis. Yeah. But it feel like that little man sitting on your chest and be watching in your corner like, I'm coming to get you.
I can't move. But you had that last night?
It was, yes, and it was so scary. So, me, like, I'm scared of the dark. I already said this to you guys a million times. And so I woke up and I was just up, y'all, and then like up for hours. And then, and this time I didn't even have the energy to like get up and do my self-care stuff just so I can get back to sleep. I just was up all shaky, scary. And then I had to be on a call all morning. So I have like my eyes, honey. It's crazy. But I am here.
You're here.
Giving skin.
You are.
James, did you have sleep paralysis last night, James?
Not last night, but I have before. It's been a long time. Let me knock on wood because I don't need that in my life.
Me too, because I don't like that in my life either.
Yeah. I hate it. It's like the worst feeling ever.
Yeah. I'd be like, help. You're like trying to talk. When you're trying to talk at night, you can't. I'm like, help me. Yeah.
And you know what's crazy though? Like, I think that I kind of like, for me, when I don't have time to get my room together, and yesterday I worked pretty late, so I was like, okay, I'm just going to clean my room in the morning. Right. When I leave my room messy, or if I sleep with my room messy, I can't, like, stuff like that be happening to me. And my mama always say, you inviting spirits in when the room ain't clean, when your place is not in order. So I felt like, see, I should have had my place in order.
Get your house in order.
Yeah. No, everything else is with that damn room.
Well, welcome everybody. I hope everybody in the chat rooms across all the platforms we're streaming to, we're hoping you're having a good time, had a better night's rest than Rebecca had. But Rebecca, I'm glad to see you this morning. James, glad to see you. All the kind of news and politics happening around us. There's so many things that we can and should probably start with. Rebecca, where do you want to begin? Because if you leave it up to me, I'm going to talk about those nachos, but I'm following
we definitely are. We're definitely going to get to those nachos. We're not sleeping on that because she has to be.
My stomach is hurting just thinking about that
video. Has
to be brought to. You got to see it. And so unfortunately for anybody who is listening to the podcast version, actually not unfortunately, I think it's in your best interest that you don't see.
We'll explain it to you because everyone needs to know. Everyone needs to know, but we're gonna start the morning off with some news. Okay, so Biden, UN Human Rights Council. The U.S. will re-engage immediately and robustly with the UN Human Rights Council, the State Department says, citing an order from President Biden. The move reverses the position of the Trump administration, which withdrew from the council in 2018. The change is part of Biden's plan to reshape U.S. foreign policy to center on democracy, human rights, and equality, Secretary of State Antony Blinken said in a statement early Monday. Look, that's a story.
No. So one of the things, there's a balancing act that I personally have to take with some of these organizations because it's, the Human Rights Council, meaningful for us to re-enter, to engage robustly, like Joe Biden is saying. And because one of the things that Donald Trump did, one of the number one things that Donald Trump did as he was president was to alienate the United States from the broader international community and all of the organizations and institutions that are there to make sure that, or rather, this is where I have to parse it. On paper, those organizations are there to help progress. In practice, a lot of those organizations fall prey to the same problems we have in the United States economically and marginalized communities. In this case, on the global scale, you're talking about the relationship with the global South and the ability for the Human Rights Council to even call America out, right? So there's plenty of things that I think about when I think about these global institutions. But I will say this, we need to engage with those institutions. We need to engage to make sure that we are not alienating the United States in the way that Donald Trump wanted. Donald Trump wanted us to be on the outside of the international community and to have somewhat of an international realignment. So what Joe Biden is doing here is good. It is necessary. We should never have scaled back our engagement on the international stage. Now, all that said, we still have to make sure that these international organizations can do two things. Number one, hold America accountable for its human rights violations, right? If these organizations are not going to hold America accountable for its human rights violations, then it's just like a figurehead. It's a figurehead organization and it's meaningless. But then number two, make sure that those organizations are dealing fairly in the global South, because we see a lot of times these institutions on the international stage, they give the global South the middle finger in a very polite way versus the way Donald Trump would like to do it. But that's my take on it.
Reestablishing relationships. I think.
No, I'm sorry. You broke up for a second there. Go ahead. What'd you say?
Yeah, I broke up because it looks like my internet is giving me issues. Look, not today, Satan. It's just too much.
You're glitching. You're glitching. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I think that reestablishing the relationships with these organizations is definitely going to be imperative for Biden's administration, because Donald Trump, of course, he just hates anything international, I feel like. And he feels like the U.S. should be at the head of everything. But newsflash, America colonizes everything. And, you know, they dip their 2 cents into everybody's business. But, but he doesn't. And he wants to feel like he is the leader of things all the time. So he broke those relationships off to give U.S. that boost of their big-headedness, right? Like they're the best and they can control everything. But in reality, those relationships are very important, especially for our place in this world. So I think this is going to be a good move and help to push us into the right direction. I think it's very important.
The only other thing, and I'm sorry, James, the thing, Rebecca, you said something that brought something important to my mind. It's also a question of nationalism, right? That's one of the reasons this America First paradigm that Donald Trump was pushing for 4 years, right? We have to be able to understand the difference between valid criticisms of international organizations and nationalism. So Donald Trump pulled us out of a lot of the trade agreements, or rather not the trade agreements, but the international commitments that we had, the JCPOA, the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action. He pulled us out of all those things, the Paris Accord, because he wanted to have this quote unquote America First mentality. But that America First mentality is the mentality that you talked about, Rebecca. It's the colonizing mentality. It's the dominating on the global stage. It's the imperialism on the global stage. And Donald Trump didn't want to pull us out of those organizations because he had a valid criticism of them. He wanted to pull us off the international stage because he wanted American nationalism to take preeminence on the global stage. And so it really becomes a question of, can we understand that nationalism in the way that America traditionally uses it, Donald Trump uses it, is detrimental to everybody's lives. But simultaneously realize, like, we have to look at these institutions. I'll give you this, and then James, you jump in there. I think about the fact that, like, Malcolm X, at the later years of his life, he made an appeal and wanted to organize making an appeal to the United Nations on behalf of Black people in the United States. Right? Because of the civil rights and the human rights violations in the United States. And if these international organizations don't have the power to say, hey, America, look at your human rights violations with Black people. You're still killing us in the streets. You're still shooting Black people down in the streets. Right? A Black person gets pulled over and they're legally authorized to carry a weapon, Philando Castile, and he ends up dead. So I don't want this joining or re-engaging robustly with the Human Rights Council to be symbolic. We need to hold America accountable for its human rights violations, both domestically and abroad. So anyway, I'm sorry, James, what are you about to jump in?
Yeah, I was going to ask you a question, man. Knowing the importance of these relationships, how easy or how difficult do you think it would be for these relationships to foster and get back to where we need it to be?
Oh no, that's
especially since Donald came in and messed up a lot of stuff. Biden has some work, and more so the cabinet has a lot of work to do. So is this going to be something that can be mended, or is it going to be one of those things where the ex wants to get back with that person and y'all got to go through the whole dating process and do all this all over again? Put it like that.
I mean, no, I think we're going to have to go through it. Like, look at what's happening. We covered Iran yesterday, right? The JCPOA, the nuclear deal. Like Iran, we're going to have to do a dance with Iran. We're going to have to go back and forth. We're going to have to exchange because we can't just slide back up in there and be like, hey, you up, right? We can't just slide back and pretend like nothing happened because we just came through an entire period of 4 years of America poo-pooing on the entire concept of international relations. So it's unfortunate, but you're right. That's the right analogy. Nah, you can't just slide back in them DMs. We're going to have to court the international community. And I think this has to be an opportunity where we do it right and not just go back to this same idea of America being able to do whatever the hell it wants to do on the international stage and nobody holding America accountable. So if we're going to engage robustly, I want the Human Rights Council to hold us accountable the same way they try to hold nations on the continent of Africa accountable for their aggressive behavior and abuse of their citizens. Well, hell, have y'all looked at America lately? So I just want to make sure that we're holding ourselves accountable, but it's going to be a long process because of 4 years of just, Donald Trump willy-nilly just taking us out of these organizations and these institutions.
I like that question that you asked, that you posed, because that's very important. I think those 4 years of Donald Trump breaking up with these long relationships that we had standing with these international organizations and people and leaders, it speaks volumes because now we have courting them again. We have to make them feel comfortable and confident that the U.S. is not about to mess it up, not about to disrespect and slander them again. So it's right. But I think I think they're looking at this, and I think they'll be more open on site. They'll open their hearts up in this moment and be willing to love again at this point, because it's just a totally different situation. It literally is such a totally different situation at this point. It's like, you break up with somebody or you get thrown away and rejected by someone and you just feel like, I never want no parts of that anymore. But this has been delivered in a different package. So hopefully they do take the offer. Don't make it hard.
I'm laughing because, James, how you put that. Now I got to ask the question of everybody. Now I don't even care about the story anymore. I want to know, how long can somebody ghost you and then hit you in your DMs and you go right back to say, hey, I got to do it. Rebecca,
listen, right? Listen, I can play all day. My DMs are, they packed up with everybody, but it's the one that you're really looking for, right? You could block that person all day, but let's be real. I'm going to unblock you because I miss you. Now, if you're really done with the person, that's that. But, Donald Trump never developed a relationship with those people. He just came into their life and then was like, hey, and then ghosted them, right? But like in my life, I think that like if somebody were to ghost me that I love, that I wanted to try with,
you pick up.
My truth is, I have definitely
tell the truth, shame the devil.
Allowed a short ghosting period and a long ghosting period, because as soon as the person hit me up, I was like, let me hurry up and text them now. I have done that. I have. So
James, that's my truth. What say you, James? How long can they ghost you for?
No comment on the grounds that may incriminate me.
And no comment from me because I can't ghost nobody. My boo is in the other room, so I ain't ghosted nobody. But that said,
definitely.
All right. No, that was a good comparison, James. I mean, it really. Anyway, but no, I don't think Human Rights Council don't trust America. Don't pick up the phone.
Period.
And if you pick up the phone, list your demands, right?
Exactly.
Don't tolerate certain things.
Yes.
If America wants the international community to be held accountable for its human rights violations, then you need to flip it, reciprocate. My thing in relationships was always reciprocity. Just show me the kind of love that you want me to show you. Similarly, if the United States wants to be able to say anything to anybody on the international stage about human rights violations, they got to see what they're doing about Black people first.
Period. And listen, international folks, leaders, go where you're valued. And that too, for all of us, because I just spoke to myself, you need to make sure in all relationships, you go where you're valued.
Where some internet is valued.
Why is this happening to me today? Because I just dropped a good gem and they don't. my internet, and I wanted to say my internet carrier's name, but I'm not. They're just trash.
It's garbage. But that said, let's get to some more stories before you get cut off, Rebecca.
I know, because I'm feeling. Look, on the break, I gotta do some tech. I gotta be my own tech. But it was a historic day in Virginia politics as bills to legalize marijuana abolished the death penalty and eliminate several mandatory minimum sentences passed in the General Assembly. The House and Senate passed bills on Friday to legalize retail marijuana sales starting in January of 2024. Damn, 2024. Bills to eliminate several mandatory minimum sentences also passed in the House, Senate on Friday, another piece of a broader effort to reduce mass incarceration. The bill is likely to include a petition process allowing those currently serving mandatory minimums to have their sentences reduced. And I think that's definitely
why 2024 though?
It's a big deal, but why not now? Like, why not tomorrow? Why not in the next 5 minutes? Because all those things that were listed, what was it? Abolishing the death penalty, eliminating several mandatory minimum sentences, legalizing marijuana. A lot of people have to suffer a few more years. I don't know how many people have a few more years of suffering within the system for stuff that's like serving almost a life sentence for selling marijuana. I don't understand it.
I will say, shout out to them being like, these are progressive moves, right?
Yes.
Like, I mean, I sometimes my instinct is to not trust anybody. That's just where I am in the year of our Lord 2021 after COVID-19 and after being in these progressive spaces for so long. My disposition is I don't trust none of you. However, them abolishing the death penalty, I mean, I got to salute them. I just gotta like acorns up, whatever, hands up, prayer hands up, and thanks because that is a blight on this country, right? The United States has no moral standing to execute anyone. Okay, if anybody should be executed, it should be this entire white supremacist system, right? So the fact that that Virginia and Governor Ralph Northam, that's who you were seeing on the screen, the governor of Virginia. The fact that they're abolishing the death penalty is a great thing. Eliminating several mandatory minimum sentences. I mean, that has been the bane of so many Black people, right? Mm-hmm. I just need them to hurry up with this marijuana legalization because those mandatory sentences are often tied to drug possessions and Schedule I drugs like marijuana. And so between now and 2024, like how many people are wasting away in jail right now because of marijuana, and how many people are going to be, what does the transition look like? Or is there a phase out of people being arrested right now for these charges? Because we're talking about 3 years on the marijuana part. But as far as everything else, I mean, we need to be making these moves. Let's abolish the death penalty across the entire country. Let's abolish it on the federal level. Let's ensure that America is no longer executing citizens. Period. I was going to no caveat. Stop killing your citizens in the streets as well as in the prison cells.
I wonder. There are a lot of things that I feel like these things have always been topics of conversations for years and years and years and years. And I'm glad that somebody is looking into it. Some states are now starting to develop these new things and abolish these things that keep people of color and Black people down and kill them. Right. And make them suffer. I know that this has been a conversation, but we had to have somebody in the room or somebody in place to actually get that going, whether it's for them to look better as politicians, especially right now, because diversity and inclusiveness is a thing. But it's good to have that happening now. I just hate that, we see it here and we're like so excited, but we have to be like, brother, it ain't coming until 2024. Right. And like, right. I want to make sure that it's a promise that actually goes through. So we just have to be praying all the way up until 2024 comes to make sure that these people really go by their word.
And James, we're close in Georgia to being able to turn the state blue. Like on the federal level, we turned it blue. We have 2 Democratic senators, but the governor's seat is still extremely red in Georgia. Brian Kemp, the state legislature, and it's still predominantly red. I'm setting this up to say, man, like we got to get weed legalized here in Georgia too.
Let me tell you, the reason why I hope it happens, but I'm not getting my hopes up because it's Bible Belt state, and I may be wrong, especially because we've gone blue. Technically, I hope that maybe that changes a few things and people start opening their minds up. But if they do their research and see what the market is for legal marijuana in these states and take a look at other cities and states that have legalized it, man, we missing out on so much money, coupled with the filming industry here.
Yes.
Georgia would be able to take over.
I want to ask a question. Now, how? Let me ask you, how y'all want all of these creatives to come to the state of Georgia, to come to the city of Atlanta, and not expect these creatives to indulge in the simplest herb? I'm just being real. Like, y'all want our talent. But you don't want us to be able to, you want us to smoke your cigarettes and your cancer sticks, but you still got it illegal in the state. And you want all of Hollywood to come to Georgia. Y'all gonna have to, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You're not going to be able to pimp us for our money and then lock us up when we happen to get high. So
I don't smoke marijuana. Weed,
I didn't say I smoked.
Well, it's fine if y'all did. I mean, look, all my dudes, all my family, everybody, they smoke. Now that's just what it is. But at the end, I feel like here I've watched, because I've had a very, very close family member who had to do what he had to do in the state of Georgia to make ends meet. And he served time and time again.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know the story was going there.
I'm saying
I laughed at the wrong moment. I'm sorry.
It's okay. He served time and time again, and that's literally been the only thing on his record. And he wasn't able to find jobs after that. So it's kind of like he had to find under the table jobs and things like that. And I hated that thing that is now white people, and I have to say white people because now they're at the forefront of selling weed. And it bothers me so much because in the state of Georgia, it's still not legal, but all you have to do is just go to places where it's legal and you see the white folks at the forefront of selling it, just out there selling it. And I'm like, this is ridiculous because this is exactly what I can't look. I was about to put him on blast. This is what the person that I do know was doing. Just, he's just selling it because that's how you make ends meet. But these people are doing $1 million businesses, bruh. And all he was trying to do was put $1 billion businesses. And all he was trying to do was put food on the table and, pay for his wedding and stuff like that. And this man had to do time. And I hate it, and that he could never get a job because that was on his.
And the number one thing, Rebecca, you hit that right. That is so vitally important. They're going to move slowly enough. My fear, my understanding of this country, as it pertains to Black people, is that they're going to move slowly enough in this. America is going to move slowly enough, legalizing marijuana all across the country, to ensure that the people who are selling it to you are the same people who are selling you these cigarettes, The people who sell it to you have the same complexion and the same finances as the people who've been in power for the longest in this country. And this is an industry that has been pioneered by young black men and women who have spent time and are still in jail because of this industry. So there has to be equity in the legalization of marijuana. It has to be. We have to address the racial component of it, because this country will literally, has literally locked us up for this. And now you got young white tech billionaires who have these apps to, get you your order exactly the way you want it and delivered to your door. Meanwhile, our boys are in jail.
And that's why I say, because that's something that we are able to see and able to talk about, there's no excuse for it. I could talk to somebody and say, yo, my homeboy is in jail for selling weed. And then this white person could tell me, oh, my homeboy literally just opened a storefront.
Yep. Come on.
Selling weed. So when there's no argument here, it's literally just like the only reason why my homeboy is in jail is because he is black. And the only reason why your homeboy got a storefront is because he is white. So it doesn't matter. The same thing, you could have a black man holding his child, and you could have a white man holding his child. They're gonna be they're gonna automatically associate the black man with something negative, saying that's probably the first time he picked up his child, while the white man is such a great dad. And I say that because that's just what it is. It's always gonna be two different views because society has placed it that way. And there is no excuse why men and women that have gone to jail, that are serving time right now, that have gone to jail at all and have it on their record for selling drugs or selling weed, because I don't even want to call that a drug for real, but selling herb.
Exactly.
But no, seriously, for selling that, there is no reason why none of them should be serving any time. None of them should have this on their record. Period. And they all should have something to help them assimilate back into the world when they do come out, by giving them back their life, the amount of drugs or weed that they've stolen from or taken from them. Give them something to start with, because there is no way that we're living in this world. I mean, we are. I can't say there's no way, because it's been like this forever, but we shouldn't have to wait for 2024 for that stuff to change. Yeah. It should be like now.
And guaranteed, you make crystal method legal, they gonna if they ask for it to be legal, I bet you that shit'll go through real quick. I'm sorry.
Real quick.
We won't have that conversation.
Swear jar.
I was hanging out with Roland Martin last night, and they were just
good stuff, by the way, Ben. It was really good too, man. Dude.
Thanks, really man. And Roland was up there like, that's just bullshit, man. You know how Roland talks.
Yeah.
It was like white people in America, and I was like, wait a minute, y'all having a good time over here cussing and stuff. So, it was a decent.
So you thought so you went to somebody else's house and you thought you could bring that action over here?
No,
this is not,
I don't think I can. I have to talk to management.
Fault, huh?
I got to talk to management. I got to talk to management about it. But that's, what were we talking about? I don't know. I forgot. It's too much weed. Never mind. I digress. Go ahead, Rebecca.
Listen, I need to get to this blazer real quick that Ben has on. If we can get him on a single shot, please, Dwayne. Get him on the single shot. Because I want to discuss this blazer. Look, Bubba, can you put in some soft music real quick? Just any kind of music so I can discuss this.
Y'all gonna really? Okay, please put somebody else on the screen.
As Ben poses, can you discuss this blazer for us, please, Ben?
Oh, I have nothing to say about it. I found it on a good deal for $29.99. Actually, I have no idea how much it costs. But yeah, thank you for
it's giving floral.
It's brought to you by Tommy Hilfiger, and it's
don't be giving no fake names.
Wait a minute, make sure it's not Tommy. No, it's not Tommy. It's not Tommy. I had to make sure.
It's a special design by Benjamin Dixon. You can catch this on Amazon.
No,
just playing.
Yeah. I was gonna give a shout out to one of my homeboys who's starting a fashion line, but I was gonna say the name of his fashion line, but we're gonna wait till it's nice. But shout out to my dude Henry Green for fashion tips, because he's the man. All right.
No, stop talking.
Nice.
Benjamin Dixon is wearing on today's show a floral blazer, giving us very much garden vibes.
Y'all gonna make me sit here.
Early intro into spring.
I'm gonna cut my camera off.
Nice.
He's starting off with a navy. Is that a navy black?
Y'all wow.
Bubba, take us a break.
It's coming back. The camera's coming back. I done messed up my own shot playing around with y'all. Let me fix my light.
Right.
It's time for break. Why are we still on the screen? Hey, that's some. What is that?
Coming hard like a bat out of hell. We got your beat on the fundamentals. Damn straight, we got all the levels. The milk at every single instrumental. And all these big boys with the breaking. Do what you gotta do to get it shaking. And they all raising their eyes, captivated. Cause the moves we putting on them is amazing.
Shout out to Ben's Blazer that says stolen the show for today. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat room that's joining this morning. Make sure that you hit the like button. Yes, Ben is on the runway today. Rebecca, really, Rebecca?
Freestyle on the takeover.
Oh my God.
It's game over. Watch it, I'm risen. You get it, it's physics. Forget it, it's business. You minion, I cut the ribbon. The city, I got the key and admission to every hidden building with all the griffins. Where are the documents written? Where are my proper villains? Where are my peeps in prison? See, it's
Dwayne, you should put all the cameras back on, Dwayne.
I always see you hidden. Watch as your body stiffen. Watch as your heart be quicken. Just call me the rogue mortician.
Shout out to everybody that's joining us, y'all. Melody, we see you. Tammy, good morning. Yeah, this is the dope track, Footwork. Sydney, no. This is my joyful, just me every day. No bacon.
Why you mad? Get to the bag. Long face, duck a case, get the cash. I've been living fast, still far from average. Real talk, all this shit is right outside what I imagine. Young, black, and raspy.
Y'all make sure that y'all hit that like button, comment, and subscribe so you always know when we going live, y'all.
My bank account magnets, looking like I'm still running paper routes backwards. Money bags.
Barbara, I appreciate that.
Rubber band, pretty thing with a suntan, make it bounce back when you do the dance.
Hey man, and make sure that y'all staying safe if y'all go out, man. Double up on your mask. If you haven't been doing that, please do. It's like habit for me now.
Not sure what you wanted, but I'm what you need. I know my high just started, but I hit a peak, yeah. Wave, used to just wanna blend in. Big flex, how I do the syntax now that I got the attention. On the rig, you make it really hard, I just wanna be friends. Treat the night like a vignette for what's coming next, hard to see the end. Yeah, I tread water in the deep end. I'll die young and live plenty days on my defense. In real life, we just pretend, let them sleep in. Reach a life feeling like I never ended repeat of the weekend. I can't believe it. Yeah. Got it. Switch up how I breathe every time I see it. Yeah. Knowing what you want, I know just what you need. Yeah. Yeah. Here's the thing, I got you falling through for the weekend. Chance I put it down, how you need it. Bet I make it hard, I wanna leave it. Ain't nobody realize it's been added something rigorous. I traded in the cars, it was lost for the dividends. I'm calm, but the temperament been strong when I pencil in. Phone steady jumping, screening calls like I'm flipping bricks. Got everybody tapping in, but you been kept it solid. When you look me in the eyes, subtle tell I know you got it. When you do the sauce, make me want it a la carte. Got me looking at it like the bullseye of the target. Double tap it. Since day one, but I'm seasoned. Put the work in off season. Talk like they ball hard, when all they really do is reach in. Limit time, hear a small talk. Speaking dreams to existence like a young king at the Lincoln. Big facts for the pretense. Link up, we can sync up. Been in the field off the long snap, pack a big talk, better sink in. To the whole squad, get a ring ting. Let the ops tell us thing then. Recent life feeling like I never ended repeat. I can't believe it. Yeah.
Good morning, Nicole. I see y'all. Shout out to everybody that's checking us out in the chat room.
Yeah. Knowing what you want, I know just what you need. Yeah. Yeah. Here's the thing, I got you falling through for the weekend. Chance I put it down, how you need it. Bet I make it hard, I wanna leave it. You switch up how I breathe every time I see it. Yeah. Knowing what you want, I know just what you need, yeah. Here's the thing, I got you falling through for the weekend.
Marjorie, good morning. Tokyo, I see y'all. Good morning.
Bet I make it hard, I wanna leave it.
Cindy D, I appreciate that.
Wake up to the, wake up to the money, turn me right on, right on. You look like you got dressed with no lights on, no lights on. A Superman that spin like a cyclone, Fit check, spin like a cyclone, Wake up to the money, turn me right on, right on. You look like you got dressed with no lights on, no lights on. A Superman that spin like a cyclone, Fit check, spin like a cyclone. Wow. Get just hit that mirror for that fit check. Drip coming down the waist, that back don't get wet. Daddy, you gotta chill, that's what my kids say. Daddy been paying bills, my pockets bending. Franklin's, I get money, then get low, see what you thinking. Orange label in my hand, guess what I'm drinking? Ever since I dropped top speed, my line's been janking.
Andrew, what's going on, sir? You better concentrate on that work. I mean, of course, listen to us, of course.
Fit check, spin like a cyclone. Wake up to the money, turn me right on, right on. You look like you got dressed with no lights on, no lights on. A Superman that spin like a cyclone, Fit check, spin like a cyclone. I was with the grease, I was with the grit, Leave you out to freeze if you're not legit, no.
Infinite content, shout out to you, brother. What up, Greg?
Mad years it was rough, now I flip the switch, whoa. Big checks on my body, I'm not talking swish, no. Please just get from around me, don't you move an inch, yeah. Don't mean to be rude, but I'm not taking pics, no. You keep making moves, but never taking risks, how? Wake up to the money, turn me right on, right on. You look like you got dressed with no lights on, no lights on. A Superman that spin like a cyclone, Fit check, spin like a cyclone, Wake up to the money, turn me right on, right on. You look like you got dressed with no lights on, no lights on. A Superman that spin like a cyclone, Fit check, spin like a cyclone. Whoa.
I mean, she was heavy squeezing that
more.
honey.
I need more honey.
We so ratchet at times. This is welcome back to the morning show. Welcome everybody. Rebecca, I need some of that honey, but I'm trying to balance my keto with my throat problems.
Yeah, but honey is good. Honey is good
for you, but it's just really rich and mess up my diet.
If you get the raw, unfiltered, making sure that it's coming from the earth, you can definitely do that. Or you can use agave, which is really, really sweet, and you don't need much of it. So, I
just need something to coat. So I'm using some throat coat because I am having some throat issues over here. But oh
my God, I can't even hear throat correctly because when that song "Throat Baby" went viral, which I never heard the full song in my life, but when that song, all I know is that's a little. That's all you want. Bro, baby. That's all I've heard on social media.
Did you hear the remix?
No.
With JT from the City Girls? Oh my gosh.
Oh, yes, I heard her clip. On social media.
I want to give a shout out to somebody in the chat room real quick. Colin Sherbert said, "I'm dancing around this store like nobody is watching." That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Salute.
Thank you for watching.
I appreciate that.
Our DJ, the baddest DJ in the land. No, but yes, I wanted to start this segment off right, because we cannot move forward in this show without talking about this. And I know the audience has been waiting for this conversation. I need for us to bring Karen to the forefront. And I need for us to judge her on every level.
And I wonder before we bring that Karen up, y'all think we can play that Karen commercial from we gotta be able to play that.
I was gonna ask you, can we play that Super Bowl commercial?
I'm sure we can play that commercial. So David and Dwayne, see if y'all can grab that Karen commercial from M&M's, because this is the Karen segment. Go ahead, Rebecca.
Yeah.
Still cutting the real one off. But we're gonna take
I ain't worried about you.
But, right, I thought something was gonna change. Ain't nothing changed. But listen, Dwayne wrote that video.
Not there, yeah. There's salsa all in here, just a little
now,
layer.
I wasn't too bad on this part.
And then I add jalapenos.
What is what happened after?
And I add jalapenos
after. It's the beginning when she starts. We're starting at a place where when I first saw this, she literally there was a blank. The table was a blank canvas. Okay, and she spread that dairy. She spread that dairy.
And then taco seasoning. This is really important.
With her hand, baby.
You don't get enough.
Look at her hand.
She did. She did that with her hand on her nasty countertop.
This is really
this is how COVID-19 got started.
To me, there's just not enough.
This is it right here.
About this, so you can use one.
Talking about it came from China.
It was
y'all. And then I like having even more shredded cheese.
And I kind of feel bad for the podcast audience because they can't see this, but I also feel good for you.
So she smeared to let me because we don't even need to hear what she's saying. You can see and watch. But she smeared the cheese. She went with the beef. She sprinkled that on there. She did the beans. She did the marinara sauce or whatever, and then she did the jalapenos. What Dwayne Sway? I missed it. What would he say?
He said it looks like she.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh yes, it does.
And see, that's what I got vibes from. But when she did all of that just screwed me all up.
You guys, I watched this in my face.
It's the countertop for me, and her hands. It's her hands.
It's her hands. Like, that part messed me up.
Like that. Don't put your hands in food like that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But it's her. Okay, now this is her house. This is her home. But imagine having a party. I don't know if this was her Super Bowl food or whatever. But imagine having a party come over, and I know. Listen, this is the thing. This is how I pictured it. Let any black folks have been over there. Or somebody I know is better. Let me say that. We looking like, and she's like, oh my God, I just made something so amazing. And I know you guys are going to like it. It's my personal nacho favorite. I did it all with my hands using no utensils in the beginning. So I want you to try this. And I'm going to be like, who?
And then she's eating it like an ice cream. Now, so
ice cream cone.
Okay, so yeah,
so you can't go to everybody's house and eat everybody's food, or go to everybody or eat the food at the potluck at the job, because they got their cats swimming on the table, and then here they got. It's just too much.
It's just too much. It's too much. Now, her cat has definitely been on that countertop, and she didn't wipe it down. There's cat hair.
She's changed her baby on that countertop. She's had sex on that countertop. There is a lot of things that have happened on that counter. We know on the countertop. So I don't understand why I would eat anything from you off the countertop. Chicken has fell on that countertop and she's put it to cook it.
Unwashed chicken has fell.
Listen,
I can't stand y'all.
This is the problem with these folks. And here's the thing, right? And this is the same folks we be like, oh, we inviting them to the cookout.
I need to go get some penicillin watching this video. Like, I need to go get a booster shot or something.
And we're inviting these people to the cookout just for listening to black music. I don't know.
Hey, somebody tell Kev Z 247 on YouTube said she's gotten drunk and danced on that countertop. I'm like, seriously.
Okay.
She threw up on that countertop.
She done did a line off that countertop.
Listen. It's a lot that has happened on this countertop.
And then her fingers, bro, like I get it if you want to, and we're gonna leave her alone, right? No, we're not. We're gonna roast her the rest of the show.
No,
but like, if you by yourself in your house and you want to use your hands like that, maybe.
And you're gonna eat it yourself.
I'm gonna say the only reason I'm gonna say maybe is because bad habits translate to public bad practices, right? If she's doing this in the privacy of I'm sorry, not the privacy, on a video, y'all know that's how she prepared food for potlucks and for cookouts. I'm sorry. All right. I'm sorry.
Get away, Fluffy.
Some of us haven't had breakfast. Some of us
don't
haven't had breakfast.
Don't lick the nachos, Fluffy. That's for the guests. Yes.
Instead of bites and ice cream.
We know that's happening.
Okay.
Now, I can see doing a display like that on your countertop, but I mean, it's going to take some preparation. I'm talking about Clorox wipes, bleach. I got to clean that counter like completely so many times before I do any kind of display like that on there. And then even after that, I'm not going to crush up everything and make it look like that. It looked like somebody threw up on the counter.
Right.
That's exactly what it looked like.
That's exactly what it looks like. Exactly.
There is nothing. There's nothing, Bubba. And we will move on to news because there is nothing that can be done different than what she did that would have made me want to eat that food. Not even on my counter. You know, if a chip drops on our floor, and like nobody's been in my apartment but me and my man. So if a chip drops on my floor, on my, a little piece of something, whatever, I know it's my place. But you think I'm going to allow someone else to come into my home and this used up countertop? I am not doing that. It's just not happening. And that's my piece on that. There is nothing in the world that could change it.
Do y'all follow the 5-second rule? You drop something, you got 5 seconds to pick it up.
It depends
in my home,
if I'm in my house. Yes.
I've seen Ben do it. I've seen Ben do it.
Oh, yeah, no, I know. Yeah.
He's a germaphobe, though, but I've seen this man do it, though.
I'm a germaphobe because well, back when you saw me do it, Rebecca, we had like $5 between the two of us to have lunch that day. So I ate whatever fell over. I mean, what I'm going to do? Let that chicken wing go and be hungry? I'm sorry. I didn't have enough money. I didn't have enough money to go get another chicken wing. Now, that said, in the year of our Lord 2021, we don't observe the 5-second
He's
rule.
wearing floral blazers now. Ain't no eating off the
In 2021, but so can't eat off the floor no more.
All right, let's cover the news. All
right, look, we're not gonna get back on that blazer.
You got the what down, Dwayne? You got the we're gonna say that to dovetail to close out this Karen segment. Go ahead.
Okay. Y'all got me tripping today. All right. So Wisconsin school slave lesson. Teachers at a Wisconsin middle school have been placed on administrative leave after an unapproved lesson about slavery upsets families. The lesson, which covered ancient Mesopotamia, because that's a word that I know. Mesopotamia law code of Hammurabi.
What? Hang on. I'll do this one.
Ben, take over. Plus, my nose is leaky. Take over.
Wait, let me find the story. And what's hilarious is there's a whole ass story that we were going to cover this morning about the new leader of the World Trade Organization. But because we want to respect the name and the fact that we have no problem when we can't pronounce certain stuff around here, because all right,
look,
okay. We're gonna start over.
I need look, I'm saying it on camera. I need every name that you guys are writing and cannot pronounce to be in phonetics. I love you guys, mean it. But yeah.
You sound like Roland. Roland Martin last night was he was like, why is my picture not on the screen? I was like, control room. I'm fired, everybody. So. All right, here we go. All right, end scene. Here we go. Wisconsin school slave lesson. Wisconsin teachers put on administrative leave after asking students how they would, quote, punish slaves. Teachers at a Wisconsin middle school have been placed on administrative leave after an unapproved lesson about slavery upset families. The lesson, which covered ancient Mesopotamia, law code of Hammurabi, asked this following question, quote, a slave stands before you. This slave has disrespected his master by telling him, you are not my master. How would you punish this slave? In addressing this matter, the Sun Prairie Area School District said in the letter, quote, "We are writing today to apologize for a grave error in judgment that occurred during the 6th grade social studies instruction at Patrick Marsh Middle School. A small group of our teachers developed and used an activity that was neither racially conscious or aligned with our district mission, vision, values, curriculum, or district equity statement. The district also said it stopped instruction of the lesson and was investigating the incident." Here's the thing about this story is why people so stupid? I'm sorry. I was getting ready to try to find some deep philosophical way of discussing this, but like, folks, you got to think. You got to actually think before you do things in one respect, because I could see somebody being naive enough to think that this was a good idea. And I also could think people are malicious enough to think this was funny and to think this was a joke. The problem is that we just see throughout this country stuff like this popping up in education, popping up in public schools where they are, I don't know if they think that they're being woke, conscious, or trying to mock us. But the fact of the matter is that there is a problem with our education system, period, right? Particularly as it pertains to Black children and educating our Black children and the disposition and the relationship towards slavery and our history in this country. So for me, it's like this next, and I actually want to see what you guys think about this, because I'm torn between somebody just being downright ignorant and those people in the school system who think stuff like this is funny. Because I've been in the school system and I can tell you that some people are ignorant enough to not realize that they stepped into a whole pile of shit right there. And then some people are malicious enough to think this is a game.
So it's 2021. Ignorance when it comes to history. And if your job is to be a teacher, yeah, that doesn't apply. You know that you're teaching.
Oh, no, there's a lot of dumb teachers, though. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, but when it comes to slavery, when it comes to racism, like, let's be honest. This is the question that you're asking. A slave stands before you. The slave is disrespected his master by telling him, "You are not my master." How will you punish the slave?
Same way I'm gonna punish.
That's a question to kids.
And what grade was this again? Sixth grade?
It's a middle school. It's a middle school. And yes, the place, but the thing is, when this was written, when this teacher thought of doing this, I don't care if they were Black or white.
Exactly.
He presented a situation to these, and it would have been, I expect to be from a white person, period. But if they were Black or white or whatever they were, you're presenting this to kids to formulate something about slaves, right? In this day and time, and you're not teaching them any history, or you're literally making them masters. You're telling them, if you was a massa, how would you reprimand this slave?
If you was a massa.
Cause here's my question though. Cause
you're giving them the whip. I don't understand.
I need to understand the value of the answer they expected to get. See, I'm not trying to give these people, I'm not trying to give them any excuse, right? But if you're a teacher, you ask questions for a specific reason because you want to generate a specific answer. My question is what the hell was the goal of the answer for this? Because if you really explore that question, what I'm just asking right here, right now, like what kind of responses did they think they would get? I mean, a middle schooler is going to say something like, "I'm going to beat them," or somebody else might say, "I'm going to set them free," right? There's going to be all kinds of, I need to know, one, if this teacher has a job anymore, to be honest with you, because the number of things that's like a vacation, right? Yeah. They're going to get paid vacation, but now you have this question in the minds of students, and where is the value in the result? If you're trying to, it's not even phrased properly, right? If I'm trying to make a bigger point about the Code of Hammurabi, and I'm trying to make a bigger point about freedom, or even if they were trying to do something sophisticated, brilliant, woke, and it's still stupid, right? It's still ignorant, because the answers that are generated by this are not going to do anything but confuse those children even further. And when you put that in context of this country's history as it pertains to educating Black children, with regard to slavery. This country don't even want to admit that it committed slavery. It doesn't want to pay reparations. It doesn't want to do anything for black folks. So the reason I'm asking, and I'm struggling with this story, is because it's like, how deep does this ignorance with regard to blackness in this country go in our school system? I know the answer. My response is, we got to get our kids out these schools. We can't let these people educate our kids no more. I'm sorry. It is just too many different times and examples. We got another story right after this one, where it's like another extension of how ignorance in the school system can cause lasting damage to our children.
Yep. And speaking of that next story, so after public backlash, parents who chose to opt out their children from learning Black History Month curriculum at a charter school in northern Utah have withdrawn their request. The principal wrote on the school's Facebook page Friday that he reluctantly issued a letter explaining to families are allowed to exercise, families are allowed to exercise their civil rights to not participate in Black History Month at the school. Discussions held with the parents will not result in a change to the Black History Month curriculum, which is based on Black history instruction using state social studies standards, which we know are racist as hell. But like looking at this story, I just picture, and I just picture a whole bunch of soccer moms, white ones coming to pick their kids up, because they let their kids go to school. Coming, they pick their kids up from the school, or slamming.
You so messy.
Or slamming the lap shut. They're slamming the lap during the whole panoramic. They don't let them kids go to school with no mask. But yes, slamming the laptop shut just for the mention of teaching their children Black history. And if that makes you so upset that you have to let that the school is during Black History Month.
Come on. Exactly.
Anywho,
1 month. It's only a few days.
It's literally a 1 hour celebration. It's really just all we got is about 5 minutes of the year. 5 minutes.
The shortest month of the year.
That's it. And all we have about 5 minutes of the year. And I don't understand why they don't even want to give their children an opportunity. Well, I do, because
I'm
now,
gonna say Yeah.
And that, look, because if you know, because now the kids are going to be realizing that I come from this is why my mama don't like Black people, Hispanic people. This is why my mama don't like anybody from Muslim countries. This is why because they're gonna start realizing I come from this history, and now I need to figure out, now I need to go question my mama. And they don't ever want to look in the mirror. Black History Minutes causes everybody to look in the mirror. Causes white folks to look in their mirror, and they want to keep their kids believing and thinking that this box that they have them in, that life is just this way, and that history is Christopher Columbus discovered America. Christopher Columbus discovered Haiti. Those were people that were never there. Indians and all those people were people that were never there. And that's the history that they want to keep teaching. But Black history is just that one teeny moment that we get to show them what those people were actually doing to people who look like us.
Sophia in the chat room said, Rebecca, honey, we only have 2.5 minutes. You're being too nice with those 5 minutes.
Girl, 5 seconds, okay? 5 seconds.
Because you actually said so. If they actually study Black history properly, see, I got to go back. It's not even just Black history. If they studied American history properly, then what would inevitably happen is that young people are going to have to decide for themselves how they view America. Yeah. Right. If they studied Black history specifically, then little white kids around this country are going to have to come to terms with what America does to Black people and what their ancestors did to Black people. And this is an issue that they simply, and when I say they, I'm talking about white folks. They just can't. If you can't handle the history of this country as it pertains to the country in general, it's two different ways we could look at this: Black history and American history. And the Black history as it pertains to how America treated us, America can't handle that conversation. But y'all about to, you're going to, because you have to, because you see what white supremacy has done to you. You see what white supremacy did on January 6th. You're right. That's history. So if we study American history now, American history includes the attempt of white supremacist racists to overthrow this country because black people voted out their Führer, Donald Trump. So it's just a whole combination of the fact that America can't look in the mirror. White America can't look in the mirror. And studying black history shines a light on what this country really has always been.
And that's they look, friend, I see you. But
and it was my fault. This thing's been plugged up the whole time too.
I know. Look, you ain't gotta tell. You ain't gotta tell me.
Yeah,
you
ain't right, Rebecca. My camera's been plugged up for 6 months. Anyway.
He done sent us the bootlegs.
The bootleg version. The hell?
And he got the quality. That's why he over there with that jacket now. See?
Okay.
That's
we
why.
We over here moving like robots and glitching.
I spent y'all camera money.
Jacket. He got the quality. He got the quality version.
Okay.
Hey,
that's why.
Let me read this. Data from the Utah. Let me give this one data point one of our producers shot to us. It said data from the Utah State Board of Education shows that only 3 of the academy's 322 students are black, while 70% are white.
And they don't even, it explains right there
exactly.
that the soccer moms is skirt. They blowing smoke in the soccer mom vans to go pick
all
their
the
kids
Karens
up
and the kids.
Soon. They're like, how dare you guys not tell me that Black history is going to be taught to my child during Black History Month? Are you serious? Oh no. Get my child out of school today. And this is going to be on the news because of my rights. My rights matter. My rights matter. There we go.
Hey, you know what? Shout out to all the Karens. We appreciate you for being so Karen-y, and now you've
I've
given
been a
us
white lady all week.
You've given us a Karen-tastic way.
I've been a rich white woman all week.
hey, let's Rebecca, let's play that. Let's play the Eminem commercial. Dwayne, you got it. I haven't seen it. I've just heard so much about it.
I haven't seen it either. Let's take a look.
Yeah, let's take a look at it.
Oh God.
I feel bad for kicking your seat on purpose.
I'm sorry for mansplaining. That's when a man...
I know what it is. We should have just told you it's a boy.
I wish you didn't have to hear all that.
Sorry I called you Karen.
That's my name.
Sorry your name is Karen.
I promise I will not eat any more of your friends.
Really?
Okay, it might happen one more time.
Sorry I called you Karen.
That's my name.
My name is...
Sorry your name's Karen.
Sorry your name is Karen.
We really absolutely, they're gonna have to retire the name Karen. Like, who's gonna name their daughter Karen?
They are.
Or their son, funny, for that matter. Yeah.
It's funny because, my name is Rebecca. My family calls me Becky, or Becca, or baby. But when they started saying, like, Becky is the white girl name, I used to be like, ugh. Then Becky, because applies, became associated with sexual activity. So I had it here on the Black side, and then I had it here for the white folks. So that, if you were a Becky, you're essentially a Karen. So
thank you, Karen.
But yeah, so I kind of like just went through life with that. But I think
and the
Karen is what you make it. But when we when we call you a Karen, it's in regards probably to you being
oh man,
trash.
That is and what's like my son, my kids know what Karens are, and they know exactly how to define it. They know somebody who's going to try to call the manager on you. From their perspective, they say like someone who goes to tell the principal on you is a Karen. Somebody who tries to make you do stuff and they don't have any right to tell you that they're Karen. Like, these are definitions that my kids are giving us. So thank you to all of the Karens of the world who participate in this type of activity. Now we have a way of describing this racist activity by white women who like to report us to the manager when we walk through the store because you don't think we can afford what's in your store.
By white women who want to shut down Black History Month because they sent their kid to a school to learn and got mad. So now they want to shut down the whole school and call the police.
Yeah, and shout out to Karen White. Karen White is the one Karen that we have to make sure that we keep on our side because she's the R&B singer, Superwoman. Yeah, she had a double
bro,
bag. Karen White.
Bro.
Damn,
I had a pause.
Somebody in the chat room said it like shout out to Karen White. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about Karen White.
Who the Karens we got to defend? Karen White. Is there any other Karen? Do we need to
That's it for me, brother.
That's it.
Look.
Rebecca, look.
The only other Karen I know is from the show Sisters, and who's naming their kid Karen in 2021? Like, am I gonna look at a baby and be like, Karen?
Karen Hunter. Karen Hunter. Karen Hunter's a good person. Yeah, shout out to Karen Hunter. She's dope. Idiot. But basically, y'all stop soft snitching and reporting the manager stuff because we got you now. You got to be able to call a thing, and now we have a way of labeling it. Right, naming something is powerful. If you didn't name it, we'd be like how do we describe an entire ethos of women and men who don't want black people in their space, or they don't expect people to be able to be like? How do you describe that? For years, we had to discuss it. Now all we got to do is call them Karen. Thank you,
Karen Clark Shears.
Jesus,
I forgot all about that.
So that's a Karen we respect.
Shout out to Regina Lowry in the chat room that said that. I'm like, oh my God. That's the Karen. That Karen right there. Right.
That's the Karen. That is the Karen. Karen Clark Sheard.
THEE Karen. Okay.
Karen the Clark Sheard.
Yes. So look. Let's take it to break. It's a lot that we can go in on Karens, but Karens
and Karen Parsons, that's right, from Fresh Prince, who acted like a Karen on TV.
Let's go to break.
And with that being said, cut a break. They can take us a break.
Shout out to everybody that's in the chat room, y'all. I appreciate y'all so much, man.
Searching for a place, looking for a name, anywhere to feel.
Y'all, I really hate being so much.
Little things add up, make it all enough. Ordinary and new, and you.
We hope y'all are enjoying the show thus far. Shout out to my homie Rico that's checking us out this morning.
Laying in the shade of news, good looks, old friends, and you. Hot coffee, late talks, long walks.
Make sure that you are hitting that like button, y'all. Make sure that you hit the like button. Hit that like button. Yeah.
Standing in these laces, dancing in these shoes. Right here, I feel it, brand new. Little things add up, make it all enough. Ordinary and new, and you. Hot coffee, laying in the shade, good news, good books, old friends, and you. Hot coffee, late talks, long walks, letters in the mail.
Purple Rain Hearts, right? They don't sing no more. They just sing. It's a difference. You know, when you sing, when you sing, same thing. Hey, Gwen.
You can have it just because you want it. Remember you're dealing with me. Walking and I'm moving like I got it. 'Cause baby, confidence is key. Now watch me. Flex. Now watch me. Flex. Watch me while I 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 flex. I'm always on my grind. I don't got time for weed. All that noise that I hear, I don't need that. I'm free. I got people in my ear. I got places left to see. You got me on your mind.
Nick, what's going on?
Now watch me.
Make sure that y'all hit that like button.
Now watch me.
Shout out Sydney, I see y'all, appreciate that. Oh man, if y'all want to tip your DJ, that's me. You can tip me at DJ X3C on Venmo or Cash App. DJ X3C on Venmo and Cash App, y'all. And yo, I forgot that I did a whole mix yesterday just for y'all that I forgot to post. So I'm gonna post that after the show this morning. So make sure that you check out the Mixcloud.com link and get that mix, all right? That's Mixcloud.com/DJ X3C. I'll make sure I post it on my Twitter page as well too.
Work that girl and sink it. Yeah. Bring that back and keep it.
Watch me while I
I don't really feel like myself. Got better than hype myself. Got rid of them demons though. Feel better all by myself. Gotta let that toxic go. Gotta know detoxify. Gotta keep your spirits up. Gotta know there's more inside. I don't really feel like myself. Got better than hype myself. Got rid of them demons though. Feel better all by myself. Gotta let that toxic go. Gotta know detoxify. Gotta keep your spirits up. Gotta know there's more inside. Got back on my positive. Game needed more oxygen. I can hear them gossiping.
You're welcome, Susan.
One of my hypotheses, just a little more.
Oh, Mike Burnett, I appreciate that, man.
Run this just like Sonic.
Brand C, I appreciate that too. Yeah, that Classic Man mix was like one of my favorite mixes to do. Definitely check out the other ones on there. And if you want even more, check out my SoundCloud.com/DJ X3C. You'll get a few mixes that are not on my Mixcloud page. So y'all check that out. Make sure that y'all follow those pages, okay?
Gotta know detoxify. Gotta keep your spirits up. Gotta know there's more inside. I don't really feel like myself. Got better than hype myself. Got rid of them demons though. Feel better all by myself. Gotta let that toxic go. Gotta know detoxify. Gotta keep your spirits up. Gotta know there's more inside. Figure out your mental place. Stimulate your simple place. It could be your favorite place. It could be your inner place. Manifesting, that's the wave. Even when it's
That's an interesting song.
I liked it. It could be your favorite place. It could be your inner place.
Detoxify. Exactly.
Yeah.
Gotta get the toxins out.
Manifest and ride the wave.
I like that bass line.
Okay.
Oh, man. Welcome back.
Welcome. Look,
we just vibing. I'm sorry, we got caught up in the music
again. I was like, dang, the jacket shining, your head shining. It's just It's just
ain't he on it today? Like, damn,
he on it today.
Thank you, I appreciate it, y'all.
Look, he's blushing. We're making him
blushing like a mug.
I didn't know black folks could blush.
He can't look out.
Look at my cheeks looking rosy, blushing for y'all asses.
Yeah, but you the light skinned one now, so yeah,
right.
Your cheeks can be rosy.
My black ass just look like my eyes barely open. Let me get into some news because I really want to get. I want to get in. Look, once we knock out the news, then we could play.
Got to do our work.
Right.
So we got to do our work. Right. But so I really want to discuss this. And before I discuss it, I want to say, to be clear, I know that I was tagged in this story about Haiti yesterday, and I want to be clear. To anyone who thinks I didn't see it or didn't hear it, this is something that I hear, discuss all the time. And one of the reasons why on these particular platforms, I haven't said anything like on this show is because the story is developing. And every time I've discussed Haiti, the first thing that people talk about, and if you look at any of the the writing publications, like the New York Times, the first thing they do is, even before talking about the story, they always discuss and frame Haiti as the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. Right. Nobody cares at that point about the rest of the story. It's just like, they deserve what's going on to them. This is what that's literally what the story becomes. So it's one of those things where I don't want to have the conversation with people who don't want to really understand what's going on. So that's just my discretion there. So, but let's have this conversation because I think it, to help you guys better understand. And I already know it's still going to be people who are, well, they just did that to themselves. It's fine. So on Monday, at least 23 people were arrested by the government after Haiti's president, Jovenel Moïse, claimed they were in the midst of a coup attempt. Those detained on charges the opposition said were trumped up included a Supreme Court judge and one of Haiti's police general inspectors. Moïse is arguing that an interim government occupied the first year of his 5-year term, so therefore he gets another year. I am not a dictator, he said. My term ends on February 7th, 2022. Over the weekend, however, Haiti's judiciary branch sided with the opposition and ruled that Mr. Moïse's term ended Sunday. The Biden administration, because America's dipping their 2 cents. The Biden administration, though, a State Department spokesman, supported Mr. Moïse's argument that his term ends next February and added that only then a new elected president should succeed President Moïse. Last year, Moïse suspended 2/3 of the Senate. He suspended 2/3 of the Senate, the entire lower chamber of deputies, and every mayor throughout the country. Haiti now has only 11 elected officials representing its 11 million people. Mr. Moïse refused to hold any elections over the last 4 years. And I will say him suspending 2/3 of the Senate has something to do with that. Haiti is on the verge of explosion, a collection of the country's Episcopal bishops said in a statement last month. So the question here says, if Moïse has U.S. backing, does that mean he'll stay in power until he stays those terms? That's not the question I'm going to ask. This is what I'm going to say. As a Haitian, as somebody who knows what's been going on for a while under Moïse's presidency, it was a good look because he's a young guy. He came in, blase square. But when he did come in, there were a lot of things that Haiti wasn't being taken care of. For him to take away these positions in the Senate and not allow people to have a vote on if he's going to stay or go. For him to allegedly be involved in embezzlement. For him to allow the country to cry out for his whole presidency. A heightened of so much happening, like so much has been happening. People that see it are saying, well, it's the poorest country in the hemisphere. It's just, they're people who can't even get it together. I hear my own folks talking like that, Haitians who will live here discussing it that way because they no longer live there. So now they are like, man, Haitians can never get it together. We are a people who in our DNA, in our blood, have rebelled against the highest of highest. We have sacrificed. Do you think that they're going to sit here and allow a man to steal the presidency because a Biden administration came in and said he needs to stay in until February, when the people are literally saying this man has got to go? His presidency was already up. Him tapping on the United States. People are saying we need the United States because when things happen, when you guys have like situations that happen like the earthquake, you're going to need the United States. Listen, right now we're talking, you guys are messing with our business when it comes to our country's leadership. When you guys have interjected, and I'm talking about the U.S., when the U.S. has interjected themselves in any of these spaces, like with Hillary Clinton, and her place in her role when the earthquake happened, they received nothing. Where's that money? Where's the homes, right? Placing anything in Haiti does not trust America. Haiti wants Haiti's business to be dealt with Haitians, with the leadership. with the people. They want the people to be heard. There is no reason why we should be tapping on the United States for them to come in and tell us or tell Haiti that we're going to keep this man that you guys do not like in leadership for another 2 years and with no answers to the questions at hand. These people understand that the people need to be heard. That just like here, all Americans want to be heard. That's why we have Black Lives Matter and we protest and we do that. But Haiti has been doing this for the last few years. And when it's shown on television, the first thing that they say is this country is the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. That's how they started off. But there is so much that goes into what's been happening and how we've gotten here. U.S. has had their foot on Haiti's neck for a while. We're still paying. It goes back to history. We're still paying because we chose to be free. We're still paying because we chose to be free. And I compare U.S. stepping into our territory when it comes to our leadership and how we expect the country to be ran and having a say-so, the people not having a say-so, but the U.S. having a say-so. It's very clear that they still have their foot on our necks. Now, I say that to say we need to be mindful of how when we discuss Haiti and their issues, we need to be mindful of how we're discussing it, because the only thing that people are going to see is a country that's always been distraught because of the narrative that people are saying here. That is going to be the only thing that people see, understand. So the deeper conversation is the people want leadership that matters, that cares about Haiti, that looks at education, that does not have any embezzlement in mind, that does not want like the corruption, that wants the corruption to end, that doesn't want to go hand in hand with people who don't have the mind to help build and restructure Haiti. They too are part of that European history because Haiti decided to free themselves. So the alleged 23 people who decided to start a coup, which may be it may be something that was happening or it may have not been, but 23 people were arrested. And people will continue to sacrifice no matter what their positions are in Haiti. They will continue to sacrifice because they want to see a better Haiti. They want to see a better Haiti. Last thing, there was they were burning the American flag on yesterday during the protesting because they want to send a clear message. I know we discussed what the flag means to other people internationally. The flag does, like, when people are in Haiti, that American flag means nothing. They're sitting there, they can't say America has done this for me. America has done this for me. No.
That's it.
No. So they're saying the people that really need to be heard are the Haitian people, not just because Biden administration said X, Y, and Z. No, our voices matter. So, I say that to say, as we cover this story, just know what you're not going to hear from me. And it's not because I'm biased, it's because I know better. There's a deeper story and there's a deeper history behind it, is that Haiti is the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere.
We're still paying because we chose to be free. Rebecca, that's you. And that's a powerful statement that you said. And they're not only paying literal dollars, right? They're also paying with that narrative that you pointed out. The fact that it is, it's very, and I don't, the word is paternalistic because that's what America is trying to do. This conversation, this narrative about Haiti's poverty as a justification for this dictatorship. 11 people ruling over 11 million, right? Suspending 2/3 of the Senate. I'm, and the justification is how poor the country is. This is just what America does. This is what the international community does. This is why I'm not head over heels in love with any international organization. I'm not, because they will perpetuate these narratives and never hold themselves accountable for the role they play in the poverty of Haiti, in the poverty of the global South, in the poverty, hell, of Americans. Right? This is the same thing that we do across in this country. They're doing in Haiti right now, saying that this is your fault. And because this is your fault, we need to put
So yes, and it's funny because at this point, as we have been just frozen there because he was going in.
He was.
He was just frozen in his blazer. I think that Moyi saying and he went live on Facebook, which is funny, but Moyi saying that he is not a dictator and showing dictatorship and partnering with folks who have no idea and have been trying to steal like the country. Like it doesn't make sense. But as we move on and cover this and discuss this further, what I really, really want to talk about and help people see is the reality of Haiti and its people, and move forward with this conversation and make sure I educate you guys correctly on it. And it's just one of those things. And I guess I'm being biased at this point when discussing about my motherland. It's more so like, I don't want to have to keep explaining to you guys that there's more than just the poorest country of the hemisphere, the Western hemisphere. Like Haiti is rich. Because of Haiti, just know that we are the first Black republic. Okay? The first free Black country. That's me. That's me. So when we discussing Haiti, put some respect. Like y'all should see my old work where I literally say the same thing. When we're discussing Haiti, when anybody's discussing Haiti, put some respect on it because it's more than that. United States, that's the only narrative you guys go with. And I can go on and on with that, but we not. Listen, Dwayne, let's roll some Black Joy because I'm getting tense in the shoulders.
Okay. I see it.
But as Dwayne gets that, I wanted to let you know, Bubba, that I will have the Haitian music to you because I was looking up some free ones because there are a lot of free ones, but I wanted to make sure, so that you can mix in and we can get some compa going and get them waistlines, doing that thing. Make that thing.
I can't stand you. You know I'm ready for it.
So, Dwayne Ben's in the waiting room, but this video is basically all the Black things that people do, right? We got all bags. We make sure we got all the bags in the kitchen. When you halfway wash the dish, I hate that this video is cut like it is because I need you guys to see. When you halfway wash the dish, when you got a bag on the door, when you bang the TV to make it work, when you just kind of broom in the dustpan with no dustpan with the other thing, and then you getting all the bags. Like it's the halfway washing the dish for me. You just pour water and you leave it in there.
That's the pre-wash.
Heating things to make it work. Do it. Using an envelope or cardboard to make sure that you're grooming up instead of a dustpan. The dustpan could be right there, and then having the mini garbage bag on any door hanger, because that's what it is. Natural. Why? So my question to you guys is: are these things that you guys do in your household? Are these what you do? Look at Ben.
Yikes! It's too close up.
Look at this.
He said.
I'm trying to help close the show out. We only got a few more minutes. Go ahead, Rebecca. Pay me no mind.
Yes. So are these? Look, y'all it's too much. But are these things that you guys do in your household? Like, what is the Blackest thing that you do in your household?
Child, yes. I bought a dustpan. At least I bought a dustpan.
I mean, I've used cardboard for a dustpan plenty of times.
Plenty of times.
Yes. So it's the pre-wash dish for me. Like you go and you did all the dishes, but you decided to eat something, and you like, I ain't about to do the dishes right now. All you did was pour water in it and place it down, and like I get to it. Why do we pre-wash the dish?
Real talk, that's me all day. Because when I tell you, like, I just cleaned the kitchen up on Sunday. I'm like, man, I got to clean this kitchen up. Because I'm a bachelor. I live by myself. So them dishes sat in there for about a good 4 days, filled with water and dish soap. And so I got ready on Sunday. I'm like, okay, I guess I can wash the dishes now. So and I went on to wash them up. But yeah, I'm a pre-soaker. And I got a cabinet full of bags that I don't use.
all day. But my bag, why are my bags bougie? I was looking at my bags and I'm like, where are like the Winn-Dixie? I know there's no Winn-Dixie here, but I'm like, where are like those bags? I have Aldi's like literally shoppers bags, like 1 million of them. And I'm like, why are my bags looking like this? I can't hang this on the door. Like when I look for little bags to put in my bathroom garbage can, I got Aldi's. I got the shoppers bags, like millions of those Aldi's shoppers bags. And I'm like, girl, listen, but yes, I want to get to this next story. Ben, can you stop looking like I don't even know? It's the suit top.
Like,
now
like now this nigga about to open up an OnlyFans page or something.
Open up the OnlyFans for Benjamin.
I tell you what. I'm gonna log off. Y'all finish the show. I'm gonna watch it from YouTube.
So go ahead, Ben. Bye. So listen,
bye, Ben.
I really want to talk about this Gorilla Glue, though. I really want to talk about this Gorilla Glue situation. Let's roll what we have of it, and I want to discuss just a few more things before we close out the show. What are our updates? What do we got? So this is an official statement from Gorilla Glue, and they said, quote, "We are aware of the situation and we are very sorry to hear about the unfortunate incident that Ms. Brown experienced using our spray adhesive on her hair. This is a unique situation because this product is not indicated." Again, they wanted to say basically, girl. But this product is not indicated for use in or on hair as it is considered permanent. Our spray adhesive states in the warning label, "Do not swallow, do not get in eyes or skin or on clothing. It is used for craft, home, auto, or office projects to mount things to surfaces such as paper, cardboard, wood, laminate, and fabric." We are glad to see in her recent video that Ms. Brown has received medical treatment from her local medical facility and wish her the best. So basically that's saying, girl, that is not our fault. You should have read the label.
Right.
Because we created this to be what it was for, not for any hair. So there will be no suing. We will not be part of any lawsuits. And we are glad at least she went to go seek medical attention. At this point, she has now basically said, because I followed up with whatever was this. I followed up with the interview she did with somebody in Canada, a radio station in Canada yesterday. She said her hair is still the way it is. So that video or that picture of her bald in the middle is fake. Yeah. She said her hair is still the way it is. And yes, and she's like, the process really burns. That's why she decided to leave the hospital, because it was really hurting her. It was really burning her. And she felt like nothing was working. She's like, they gave me alcohol. She said nail polish remover, saline and nail polish remover. Yes, and acetone for her scalp. And it's still not working, but she said it's going to be a long process. It's been painful. Here's my thing. Social media has been kind of dragging her now and saying, because if you go on her page, it is now on Instagram, her page is now verified, as well as in her bio, it says manager. So they're saying like, why does she need a man all of a sudden? And they created a GoFundMe for her. The GoFundMe, she's already raised over, I think, $9,000 for her medical expenses. Wow. I don't think anything is wrong with that. And I'll say this. She is literally the media right now. Her story, whether they're depicting it in a positive manner, where they're like, let's help our sister out, or they're like, girl, you should have read the damn bottle. Ain't no way that you're here where you are, and we feel sorry for you. Whether they're using her name for whatever, they're using her likeliness. And that is a coin. You will not drag me for free, baby. And you will not be using me for any other reason. So yeah, I think she deserves a coin. And a manager had to reach out to her, because when you are popular on social media for whatever reason, a manager will reach out to you and make sure, hey, I'm going to get a coin. I'm going to make sure you get a coin for every time your face is utilized. And her face has been posted. Her videos have been posted. So people can't get mad that they hashtagged her the Gorilla Glue girl. And she's literally sad, but at least she's going to make a coin out of it. And I don't see no problem with that.
Gorilla Glue stock about to go through the roof too. Because you see how strong that stuff is, man?
Yes. Remember yesterday we were discussing, they're going to be like, damn, that's some really good stuff. I need to put that from my wall for real. Remember yesterday we were discussing that TikTok challenges were happening. And now people are stealing the idea, and they're taking the adhesive like that's in the bottle that looks like it's lash glue, and they're saying they're going to try putting it on with the lashes. So people are serious about it. Some people aren't, but they have to understand on social media there are ignorant people, and they will do it. Like when Donald Trump said to go and put inject yourself with bleach, and people literally were doing so. So this is why we have to be careful in this social media age. This woman is really suffering. Make your coin, but she's really suffering, you know?
And I hate to hear that her hair is still like that. I was kind of hoping at least if it was the Fire Marshal Bill look, you know, at least she can get a wig, she'll be okay. But dang, it's still like that.
She is still rock solid, okay? She is still cemented down. She is still permanente, okay? It's just, it doesn't move. Y'all, it just don't move. It just don't move. It is stuck.
Hey, Dwayne, I know that video is like 4 minutes long, but can we y'all got like a still or a picture of it?
No, play a little bit of the video. Play a little
bit of it.
Hey y'all, for those of y'all that know me know I like my ponytails very laid. So I'm gonna teach you today how to do your ponytails.
It's the lash in the contacts.
The first thing you're gonna need is Gorilla Glue.
Lash in the contacts, Rebecca.
I think a lot of people like this, but this is way more stronger for me. So this is what I like to use, okay? And then make sure that you have some acetone, and you also gonna make sure that you have some saran wrap. And also a wig, an old wig. You can
so
get
fast
it
forward it a little bit, Dwayne, because I want people to see what the end result was.
At 3:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
So she's wrapping it in
saran wrap. It doesn't get to my scalp.
Literally, I know. Keep going, because towards the end, she literally shows you what she made sure she protected her head, of course, but she shows you. She literally sprays on her hair for real.
But wait till y'all see how it's finished, like when it's done for real.
That wig became rock solid towards the end. It's like, I don't understand.
And it's okay that this part is showing
right actual thing on her scalp for real. So this is the finished effect. She's gonna braid it down and she's gonna knock on it. She's gonna hit it. And it's stiff wig.
So you want to shake this up like
it is literally the hardest thing, the substance. Okay. I can't believe that lady's hair is molded that way. And it's been like a few weeks now. So yes, it is now a health situation.
Let me get the back.
Hopefully that her hair can breathe, the follicles can breathe, and she can get some new growth. Look, some new growth, baby,
perfect.
And let it just grow out.
Ain't no shampoo,
but yes,
Lala is annoying. She is so annoying.
She puts conditioner in this too to show that it doesn't
move. So we could go ahead and
prayers out to, I don't know. Look, at this point, I don't know. I know she's making a coin, so I hope she makes enough to go surgery. If she has to go the surgical route,
watch this.
Then she can. Here's her putting conditioner in it.
Putting it in.
Look, the wig.
The wig is not moving.
The wig. Look. Now this is what the Gorilla Glue girl is. Look, get this off the screen, Dwayne, because I can't look at it no more. It's killing me. But this is what the Gorilla Glue girl is going through. And shout out to her. Get your coin, but please
get some money, sis.
For some medical, if you can get better medical help at this point, do so. And then keep making your coins, because I know that I saw on her page that she does have a life. She does, and she's a instructor to little girls who do drill, and it's beautiful. I want her to get back to her life. Maybe she can get on the Lifetime show and be on there, with them kids dancing. Something can come out of this, and she will never ever make a decision like this again, ever. Ever.
She's definitely going to be on that BET little web series. What is it? I Went Viral, where they get all the viral memes and all of the videos and put them on there. Oh, she's definitely going to be on there.
She's definitely. Where is she now? Yeah, and I hope that this definitely helps further her career. But she's an advocate for people not doing stupid stuff like this ever again. But we are now at the end of the show. It is now 10:33. I think we've been doing a good job not holding you guys hostage like I usually do. But I love you guys. Right. I mean it. I look forward to seeing you guys every Monday through Friday from the 8. Now I could say it for real. From 8:45 on to the 10:30 hour, giving you guys nothing but politics, laughs, culture. So make sure you guys stick with us every Monday through Friday from these times. I love you guys. Mean it. See you tomorrow.
Right. And Rebecca, before you go, where can they follow you at, sister?
Oh, cause I don't be telling y'all no more. But
exactly.
You guys can follow me on Twitter at Rebecca Azor, RebeccaAZ like zebra OR. Find me on Twitter. Go follow me right now.
Right now, like Florida, right now.
Right now.
All right, Rebecca. See you in the morning, sister. Love you.
Love you too.
All right, y'all. We hope y'all enjoyed the show this morning. That gives y'all a little bit more time with me today. So you got about 10 minutes to go ahead and get your coffee, your drinks, whatever it is that you need. And we're going to rock y'all out for about 10 more minutes or so, all right? Let's get it. Let's go.
She look good. You ain't gotta stand in the mirror with your makeup on, cause you know that take way too long. I just want that right now, girl, you Uber outside. I can't wait just to get this on it. You want it right now.
And make sure you hit that like button if you haven't hit that like button yet. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure that you subscribe so you always know when we're going live, y'all. And as usual, you can follow me at DJ X3C on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, every social media. DJ X3C, SoundCloud and Mixcloud too, y'all.
And you know I don't like to wait, no. But she look good. You ain't gotta stand in the mirror with your makeup on, cause you know that take way too long. I just want that right now, girl, you Uber outside. I can't wait just to get this on it. You want it right now. Want it right now. Don't take too long. Want it, you want it right now. Want it right now. Don't take too long. Girl, don't take too long. I've been waiting on you to pull up. Girl, I know you got a member, he can stay at home. He don't need to be around when I'm taking you down. Damn, that drink too strong. We can roll up. My baby, just hold up. Say you got a friend, bring it in. We can do what you wanna. I know you need it. Not to sound conceited, but girl, I complete you. I don't wanna wipe you up, no. But you look good. You ain't gotta stand in the mirror with your makeup on, cause you know that take way too long. I just want that right now, girl, you Uber outside. I can't wait just to get this on.
We've been fighting every day
right now.
It's hard to breathe, yeah, I feel it to break down. I don't know what to say right now, cause everything I do just don't feel right. You be going through my phone like trying to find something why you don't trust me. I got this feeling I'll be much better on my own now. There you go with apologies, it's alright. You don't mean it, and I don't wanna try no more now. It's too late, I don't wanna hear you say I'm sorry. It's too late, I don't wanna hear no more excuses. It's alright, see I'ma walk away cause I'd rather be alone now. It's alright, girl you better recognize, I got it, I got it, baby you don't wanna act right. Give you chance after chance and you blew it. All you wanna do is pick a fight, and I had to be the bigger man, always saying what I don't do. Give you everything I had, still it ain't enough. I got this feeling I'll be much better on my own. There you go, all you apologies. So hard for you me to let go away. I don't wanna try no more now. It's too late, ooh, I don't wanna hear you say I'm sorry. Just above you sing
y'all, Cindy. I appreciate the love.
The rhythm ain't got you. Just let it take you. Lose your cares and melt away. I can't wait another minute. You're moving too fast, can't let you get away. Just slow it down. I can't wait another minute. Gotta tell you that you are the one. So why you here alone? Girl, you way too fun to be by yourself. I'm riding solo over here, can you help? And we ain't got no business dancing alone. So baby, grab me by the hand and come on. You shouldn't be dancing alone. You shouldn't be dancing alone. You ain't got no business alone. No, no. You shouldn't be dancing alone. You shouldn't be dancing alone. You ain't got no business alone. No, no. Something about you, girl, I can tell you're more than just a pretty face. Hey. Girl, you're so bad, ooh. I'm loving that tattoo just above your sexy waist. I can't wait another minute.
It's still 2008. I'm glad to hear that. Shout out to your son. Do good in school, man.
I can't wait another minute.
Barrett, what's going on?
Tell you that you are the one. Girl, why you here alone? Girl, you're way too fun to be by yourself. I'm riding solo over here, can you help? And we ain't got no business dancing alone. So baby, grab me by the hand and come on. You shouldn't be dancing alone. You shouldn't be dancing alone. You ain't got no business alone. No, no. You shouldn't be dancing alone. You shouldn't be dancing alone. You ain't got no business alone. No, no. I can't wait. Looking at me that way, I know what you're thinking. You mad, wanna leave, don't walk out. Round and round we go, find it hard to believe me. I know it's kinda hard to stay, but think about everything that we have now. Yeah, yeah. Baby,
promises manifested. I truly appreciate that. Oh, thank you.
Right now it's hard to see, girl, just close your eyes and tell me that you will stay tonight. Come on, baby, stay tonight. Don't go, promise you I'll make it right. Girl, let's just sleep on it for tonight. Let me change your mind. When the morning comes, I wanna wake up with you, 'cause you're the only one I love. Come on now. How could I mess this up? You're the best thing ever happened to me. Girl, I finally see, yeah. I never even knew how much I really need you, until I saw you walk away. Think about everything that we have now. Yeah, baby, it's too much to lose. Right now it's hard to see, girl, just close your eyes and tell me that you will stay tonight. Come on, baby, stay tonight. Don't go, promise you I'll make it right. Girl, let's just sleep on it for tonight. Let me change your mind. When the morning comes, I wanna wake up with you, 'cause you're the only one I love. Come on now, think about everything that we have now. Yeah, baby, it's too much to lose. Right now it's hard to see, girl, just close your eyes and tell me that you will stay tonight. Come on, baby, stay tonight. Don't go, promise you I'll make it right. Girl, let's just sleep on it for tonight. Let me change your mind.
Telling me I'm crazy, tryna prove me wrong in every fight, knowing that I'm right. Why you tryna wreck me? Always wanna check me. Wanna call me out in front of friends. Careful where you tread before this ends. You love me and I love you, but butting heads is what we do. Bullheaded, stubborn, wild, crazy lovers. You love me and I love you. Why can't we just match the two? Why we get so mean? Light the match, I'm kerosene with fire. Oh, baby, with fire. Feed the flame with fire. Oh, with fire. Say you love me and I love you, but butting heads is what we do. Bullheaded, stubborn, wild, crazy lovers. You love me and I love you. Why can't we just match the two? Why we get so mean? Light the match, I'm kerosene. Why you tryna play me? Telling me I'm crazy. Sitting on the other side of me, always cross-examining. Don't you think it's silly? Why won't you just trust me? Why can't you just look me in the eye and know I never lie? Why you tryna play me? Tell me that I'm crazy, tryna prove me wrong in every fight.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for another episode this morning. Make sure that you stay tuned and make sure that you like, comment, share, subscribe, and all of that good stuff so you know that we're going live, y'all. As always, we love you, we miss you, we mean it, and we will see y'all in the morning, y'all. Bright and early. It's your boy DJ Exclusive. Out. Mwah. Love you.